If Meri Brown is listening, which I hope she's not.
I hope
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed she's not listening. But in the chance that she is, I would like to come to her as a business coach. Worthy Up has just been thriving. I think we're up to like 30 members.
Maybe 34.
Well, some of those are moderators, admin, stuff like that.
Her own accounts.
Her own accounts, yes. But, and even as a member yourself, you've not really yet figured,
we don't know what it is still. We don't know what it is.
Right. Because it's very, it's hard to grasp
kind
onto.
Of elusive.
Yes, it's slippery when you try to grab it, It's very slippery. Like Janelle almost slipped on that ice. It's slippery. But here's the thing. If Meri is listening or if someone wants to relay the message.
No, please don't.
Okay. Well, don't tell her it's from us. Don't tell her where to find the thing. But I have a class for her. How about in Worthy Up, she teaches a class about taking your fucking head out of the sand and not being a dumbass. God,
out of her own ass.
Out of her. I'm just like, how are you so incredibly stupid? This man has hated you for years, and you're like, I don't think he would do that, Janelle.
You really think him and Robyn would screw us over?
Oh,
no,
my God.
They never would. I'm like, they already have.
Now, I got to say this. The beginning of this episode was giving something that I feel like we have not had in quite some time.
Janelle and Meri together?
Well, that as well. But I just feel like talking about money, we don't usually talk about the money.
No, we don't.
No, but so many things were revealed. Also in Sister Wives news this week, guys, Janelle went through and she did a media blitz. If you want to listen to a Janelle interview that is giving absolutely nothing, go find them. They're exactly what you would expect. Audio's terrible. And this is what some people were like, oh, the audio is terrible. I'm like, how do you want to listen to Janelle? Like if Janelle put in effort, no.
Also, some people are saying, gosh, she's being so nice about Kody and Robyn. Did she take some sort of a deal that she can't talk bad about them?
No,
but she got the money.
No, I think she's just like, she doesn't give a fuck. She's like, I don't know what these podcasts are, and I don't feel like doing this.
It's like, I'm not going to reveal any tea.
Yeah, no, she's not. But she could if she's looking for another podcast to go on. Not ours, but Maddie has a new podcast. What was it, like 100% authentic or
something along those lines? Also giving nothing.
Nothing. And people were like, oh my God, I can't wait for Marble Mouth Maddie to drop the tea. And I was like, really? You think Marble Mouth is gonna? It's about like Christian marriage and about having kids and all that shit.
And being authentic.
If there's one word to describe Maddie, it would be authentic.
Probably the journey to potato farms.
Oh my God. This is what drives me nuts.
I think people need to understand the most we're getting is the show. That's where you're going to get the most tea.
Yeah.
It
makes me so upset because I'm like, you guys could be doing so much more with this platform and everything, but they don't.
I think the problem is they don't know anything. Look at Mykelti. She's trying to spill the tea on her Patreon, but she knows less than we do.
True.
We're like, we've watched the show, you haven't. Like, she's like, I don't think that happened. I'm like, season 6, episode 7, it did happen. Like, I feel like the kids don't know anything.
No, but even potato farms. It's like, we've gotten the shirts out. We messed up the postage. We got the wrong shirts to people.
They also have no idea what they're going to do.
No, and it's like Janelle was like, well, we'll figure it out.
She's like, like a pick your own flower field. I'm like, of course it's pick your own.
Yes, she ain't gonna be out there picking them for you. No.
And then they have these concepts that's probably a long way down the line that will never happen.
Maybe a corn dog festival. We're not sure. There's a lot down the pipeline.
I can tell you there's never going to be a restaurant there.
No.
That's what they think there's going to be there. Never.
Janelle trying to get even just a food handler's card is going to be above and beyond anything she's willing to do.
Well, you know what? She says this episode, if she had been in charge of the finances of this family, things would be very different. I was
very different.
Are we sure?
I don't think so.
Are we sure? We've seen that you've never gotten any house.
Janelle. Janelle, where's your money?
Robyn says you don't spend it very well.
We've seen your fucking appliances, Janelle.
Janelle, we know where you're spending
We know where that money's going. Goddamn appliances.
A Ninja Creamy is up your alley. Was she going to get that for Christmas this year? She needs to add it to the
She didn't have a Creamy out?
No.
Oh, that's for sure. Well, now, I don't know. Is she living with Maddie? Because there's Maddie has no more room for appliances.
When she bought the property, we were like, oh, she bought property. This was a while back. That was potato farms.
I think so.
Okay, so
I believe
she's living with Maddie. I was hoping she bought herself a house out there, but I don't think she did.
She's gonna have to really downsize on appliances. Her and Maddie are gonna have to combine appliances. Mom, why do you have 3 air fryers?
She's like, we have the 10-in-1.
Seriously.
I was like, I like them different. They don't work as good when they're combined.
That's right. Season 19, episode 9, Baptism by Fire. And we don't really understand where this is coming from.
I don't think it's episode 9.
It is episode 9.
It is?
Yeah.
We're already 9 episodes into this?
Yes.
Oh my
Last week was episode 8. This week's episode 9.
It feels like we're on 3.
Well, because we've gotten about as much information as you might get from a show 3 episodes
I totally
in.
thought you had that wrong. This feels like I'm in a daze.
No, we're
9 episodes into nothing.
9 into nothing.
Wow.
We've gotten nothing.
Wow.
I mean, we had Janelle kind of school Kody a little bit. We've got the sit down now with Meri and Janelle, but it's like nothing's happening. We've got David and Christine making out.
Again and again and again.
So much
We've
of
got
that.
David and Christine on House Hunters this week.
Oh, yes, we do. But before we go there, let's go to our Janelle and Meri sit down at Mary's very empty house.
Janelle had to ask for directions, right?
Oh, yeah. She had no
just
idea.
tell me your address again. I'm pretty sure I remember.
Well, with the snow on the roads, it's a little harder to see the road. So I just want to make sure I have.
Can you send me a location pin? Please.
She contacted production. I don't think she reached out to Meri.
She doesn't even have Mary's number.
No.
This is all set up through production.
Yeah.
She was like, can you ask Meri if I can have a talk with her? I think she needs a little help.
Yeah. A little help, to say the least. Janelle says that she's going over there to alert Meri about the Coyote Pass situation. But I feel like what Janelle was really doing was like, hey, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to be so shocked by this. And then I'm going to let you know that I'm going to sue this motherfucker and you can hop on that with me.
I think she was hoping for more of a team up. And Meri was like, I love Kody still.
I love Kody so much. He's a gentleman.
Honestly, I'd give him my piece of Coyote Pass if he touched my ass.
To say the least. To say the fucking least. If he would touch her ass, she would absolutely
give up the Coyote Pass.
So Janelle's like, Meri has not always tracked our financial details very well.
I was like, but she sure put into the pot.
Oh, Caitlin?
Meri has no clue where her money went.
Still putting into the pot. At the time of this episode. No, not today.
She's worthied up.
I think she's worthied up now. But when Janelle starts talking about, she's like, we have 75 days to pay off Coyote Pass. And she's like, Kody says he doesn't have the money. And Meri replies, I know we've had a lot of bills we've had to cover. We've had to cover. Meri has been giving money to the family pot this entire time, and that's the only reason Kody didn't want to cut her off.
I thought for sure she wasn't anymore.
No,
after she went off and bought the B&B by herself, I thought she cut off family finances.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I fully believe that she was there.
She was putting into the family pot, and Kody couldn't even go over to her house to say hi or hang a picture frame for her.
Nothing. It's like the least you could do is rub her clit over her jeans.
Why was she doing that?
She's
Give her a dry hump.
Because she's stupid and she has no self-worth. And she's an
not worthy
idiot.
up.
And it's like, I think Kody was like, all right, I can finally let Meri go now because the show gave us a raise. That's why.
You think they got a raise?
I think when Christine started leaving, the money started going up. Okay. The show had a resurgence. They got a raise. We've been doing more, we
got a new house.
I think he was like, I can finally let Meri go. Okay. I've made up for that amount that she brings in.
I do think since the last episode last week, we have found out that their house sold.
Yes.
So they're not keeping
over asking
because they took on the extra 2 acres.
Good God.
I wonder what suckers bought that.
I love though that Mary's like, we haven't talked in a long time, but I don't hate Janelle. Well, I don't. She might hate me. I don't know.
She does.
She absolutely does. Here's the
Remember
thing.
when these two didn't even talk to each other when they take their trash out in the cul-de-sac?
Yeah.
When Nancy, the therapist, suggested they take a car ride together to listen to a podcast, they were like, no can do.
First of all, it was a book.
Oh,
and
sorry.
It was it Mel Robbins or was it Brene Brown?
Brene Brown, maybe.
Brene Brown.
I one of the two.
One of the two. Either way, it worked for Meri because Mary's still listening to Brene.
She listened on her own.
And she's listening to Mel and she's listening to Tony Robbins and, she's got the Robbins.
She's right up there with them.
God. Don't
you put those into the same categories?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think Worthy Up is right up there.
It is. Honestly, I can't decide if I'm going to go to Tony Robbins.
I'm in shock
or Worthy Up.
Meri has not done a TED Talk yet. It's like
no one's asked. I don't think you can just do your own.
I know, but I think that she's such an inspiration. She's like, well, I gave over $500,000 over the 10 years since my catfishing, but it went to a good cause. Have you seen how much art's in Robyn's house? You fucking idiot.
It makes Robyn and Kody happy to have her.
Really? And I love to, I'm a bleeding heart. I love to make people happy. I love to laugh.
She's so dumb. Honestly, the show is terrible for her new business model because it's like,
what are you going to teach me?
Yeah, you are the biggest sucker of them all.
God. So they sit down in Meri's empty ass living room.
I love that Meri was like, this isn't a social visit for me.
No.
Not.
No, it's not going to be very social, is it? Janelle's.
I like how they had the chairs set up. Like,
yes.
Meri always loves like a waiting room setup.
Well,
even though she got rid of the waiting room setup, she was like, I'll put these chairs.
What's so crazy is there's another living room in this house, a like cozier one, like one
they
that
can't go in there.
I guess
she likes a cold room. Remember?
She does. She just loves open space. Wide open spaces. Yeah, it's just like she loves a draft. You know, she loves a cool breeze echoing through the house. She likes
an echo. She likes like no rug down.
Honestly, when I saw the TV in this room and I was like, golly, you live by yourself. You have no one else in this 5,000 square foot home. Why do you have such a small TV? Like, that's your only friends. That's your only communication with the outside world.
I don't even think she watches TV.
Oh my God. It's just.
I feel like Meri just spends all day long on her phone. Between podcasts, like, you know, self-help ones.
Yes.
Her Facebook group.
Yes.
On Facebook. Looking at her own Reddit threads.
Looking at Kody and Robyn's pictures. Because here's the thing. I think she knows how to get into the cloud.
Oh, you think?
Yes. And she sits there and they've had a couple of sex tapes on there.
They've all hooked up to the family cloud and no one knows how to get off but Meri.
Yes. And, Christine got off because
she had to go on her own
did it
family
for her.
Plan. Oh.
Yes, Aspen did it for her. Gwen did not get off. Gwen likes to see what pops up on the family cloud. That's for sure. Janelle wants to get off, but can't get it.
Family all got together without me.
Janelle can't even get into the cloud.
Janelle doesn't even know what the cloud is.
She's still trying to figure out what the cloud is. And then Meri is obsessively looks at that cloud.
She's like, oh, everyone got together?
I think, like,
they must have thought I was out
when
of town.
Robyn had her hemorrhoids or whatever, like, she took a picture of the toilet bowl of like the blood, and Meri was like, she on her period? She still has her period? Oh my God.
So jealous.
Oh, so jealous. No wonder Kody wants her. She's so young.
Youthful.
She's got the blood of Christ between her legs. But in fact, it's just a hemorrhoid.
Someone's got him.
Oh my God. So they sit down and Meri's like, well, you know, I'm moving to Pier 1. And she's like, oh, you are? And she's like, yeah, me and Kody finally decided to end it. And I'm like, Meri!
Janelle's like, oh, haven't you ended it like 10 years ago?
I thought,
she was so confused.
Poor Janelle was like, it's about damn time. It is about damn golly. I just don't understand. I do not understand how it is that Meri's so upset. Like, she has had time to prepare.
Even later in the episode when she's talking to Christine, she's like, it's only been a couple months for me. I'm like, what?
A couple months plus 10 years.
Yeah.
Plus 10 years of failing marriage before that. You know?
Like, you've actually been divorced the longest,
It's been 20 years and 6 months. Okay?
You're still waiting.
And you're still just like, oh, I can't believe this is happening.
She's like, whoa, really rocked my world.
You know, it's like
flipped everything upside down.
Oh,
things are so different.
What was once up is down, down is up. Oh God, I just can't. Everything's changing.
She's like, I'm in grief counseling.
Oh, you know she is.
She joined a support group.
Yeah.
For divorced women.
Here's the thing. Meri thinks that to her, this is like a child who died in a tragic accident. But in reality, this is a 106-year-old woman who slowly faded out at the end. And she's just like, I didn't see it coming. It was right in your face. What do you mean you didn't see it coming? And here's the thing that I think is so sad is she really did, I feel like, in her head, think like, well, we'll eventually get this figured out.
I think she did too.
I think she stayed loyal after the catfishing. I think she stayed loyal to him.
Oh, of course she did.
I think that she never flirted.
She never talked to anyone online.
I'm a married woman. See my colada ring?
She's like, I won't fuck that up again.
No.
Kody almost got mad at me.
Cody's coming back, And then Janelle says what we're all thinking. She's like, Meri's like that dog at the pound where like they've been abused by their owner, but they just want to go back to that abuse. And like the owner, like they run back to the owner's house and the owner just like kicks them out again and they keep coming back and they kick them when they're down.
Not to compare her to a dog.
I'm not saying Meri's she's a dog, not a dog. She's
I love that Janelle's like calling Meri a dog this week, Robyn a cow last week.
Yeah. Janelle's at it. Janelle's my fucking girl. She's a bitch undercover. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about her.
She's a bitch on a mission.
Oh,
now
she is.
Yep. She's like, wait a second.
Mm-hmm. So Janelle's like, oh, well, Meri, I'm so sorry that you're sad. I actually am free. I am free and clear. Like, I don't have anything tying me to Kody anymore. And she's like, oh, well, that's like really sad and it's really weird. Really weird.
Drinking game every time Meri says weird.
Oh my God.
Word. It's weird. Everything
also,
just feels
weird. It's I know this isn't the smartest podcast out there. No. I understand where
we know how to say weird.
I wasn't going to say that though, but it's like every time she says, like she tries to find a descriptive word, it's always
her
just
and David Woolley have about the same level of vocabulary.
Yes. Yeah. It's just like really good.
Word. It's good. It's weird. It's crazy.
Really crazy. Really word. And just like get a fucking thesaurus. Please. Get yourself a goddamn thesaurus. Thesaurus, please. She's just so stupid. So Janelle's like, all right, well, you know what? Let's move on to why I'm really
She's like,
here.
down to business. I don't want to chit chat.
Nope.
We're not friends anymore.
We got 75 days to pay off Coyote Pass. And she's like, okay, well, I'm not worried about it. And she's like, well, Kody says he doesn't have the money. And she's like,
and I've been telling him for years to pay it off. Mm-hmm. And Meri's like, oh, he's going to.
She's like, we will lose everything. And Meri's like, even the parts we've already paid off. I'm like, no, it's
she had no idea.
No,
she paid into this pot and had no clue what the contract was.
And that's the first step of worthy up.
She's like, that seems like a weird
Put your
contract.
head in the sand and let whoever is around you just control your life. You dumb fuck. I'm sorry, but like this, if you're in Worthy Up, you need to watch this
I was like,
episode.
at this point, like this was all on the show. We all know the contract.
Oh,
right.
I feel like we all
understand that Kody took a stupid payment.
Oh my God.
So that he could just do what he wanted at the time.
So Janelle's like, well, Kody says that he doesn't have the money to put into it. And Meri's like, oh, I know. I mean, we've had a lot of bills. Oh God, that hospital bill for the COVID-19 that put me over the edge, and they had to get a defibrillator for the house.
I wanted to know, like, what is Kody telling Meri the bills are?
Well, I think he was like, it's always sad because the kids never get to have a good Christmas anymore. They'd really love quads and mini motorbikes and stuff. And she's like, I can do that, Kody.
Sure.
Can I come over and watch them open? He's like, you can park out on Coyote Pass and watch them ride them. I don't want you there for the opening of them, but
you can't get too close with the COVID.
Yeah, but you could definitely come over. You could not over to the house. You could come over to the land.
Like, does she know she's helping them pay their mortgage?
I think Cody's like, oh, we've got this tax bill. And she's like, okay, Kody, I'll send you the money. And it's like, Meri, taxes are once a year.
I think even worse. Like, I think she just has a joint account with Kody and Robyn and she doesn't even know what they're taking from it.
Her MLM money goes straight there.
Yeah.
LuLaRoe
everything
cash.
She's worked hard for. Lizzie's heritage in.
Because Janelle was like, Meri, this is basically your whole estate. And again, these women are all 50 plus. And how did we get here? How did we get that this one dirt lot that can probably never sell for as much as they bought it for is their estate?
No, and that's the thing. Well, I don't think that this is going to be like tons of money for them.
No, I really
don't.
First of all, they have to pay it off. That's even before they have to pay it off in order to own it.
Yeah.
Then if they want to try and sell it, like they have to try and find someone who wants this piece of shit land with prairie dog plague in it,
and a beautiful pond.
Beautiful ponds. Oh, beautiful.
And a cistern now. It's been upgraded.
And here's the thing: if they're listening, I'm willing to buy like 600 square feet. I don't want like a whole thing. I just want somewhere
enough for like a little shed.
A shed that I could put sister wives memorabilia in. And so when people go there, they can, how like
you can stop by the shed.
Well, how in other countries you can stop and do like prayers at beautiful like places. There's like a hole in the mountain. I don't know, like where they found Jesus.
What?
You can go places and you can pray.
I was thinking more like a visitor center, like when you go to a new state and you can stop
But
by the visitor center.
this is more religious than that.
Okay.
I think you go, you stop, you
want
say
a
your
place to pray
prayer
in the shed.
Yes.
Okay.
And you just, and honestly, here's what you probably should pray for in that shed, what you don't want to happen, because the Browns know how to make something not happen. Do not put your actual prayers in there. It's not, God's not listening there.
No. And don't get close to the prairie dogs.
When Meri said we've had a lot of bills to cover, I don't.
And then she's like, well, it is kind of a weird deal, but sometimes Kody has to get creative with the financing,
Okay.
He'll figure it out. He's always creative. I'm like, is he a money launderer?
This is my moment in which I'm like, this is your Jen Shaw. This is your Erica Girardi.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking we're going to have season 27.
Yes.
Is going to be Kody going to jail.
Cody's going to be in Laser Lab and Beauty parking lot. He's going to be surrounded by FBI. The feds are going to show up,
and him and Jen Shaw are going to be doing a Real Housewives / Sister Wives play from jail.
Yes. When she said, she's, and we all have to, sometimes rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm like, no, we don't.
She goes, with a big family, you got to get creative. I'm like, what do you mean?
We all do that sometimes.
I feel like she was totally outing.
And I'm just like, Meri, how much do we think she's making on LuLaRoe to this day? Are people still buying Lula?
I don't know, but I feel like at one point she was so high up that she was making great money.
But like, who's still buying this shit? And she hasn't gotten into a new MLM, right? She never got in the Plexus train.
I don't think so, but she still does the lives where she's like,
I know, but it's like,
I only have a size medium.
Who's buying?
I don't know.
That?
I need to log on and see if people are actually buying during it. People love a buttery soft legging.
Oh my God.
And a soft blazer.
And a soft blazer and a beautiful like leather jacket. When Meri shows up to Gwen's party in that leather jacket, I was like, girl, you're not a large. Okay. You need a size up. You can sit there and you can tell everyone like, oh, usually I'm a
little tight in the shoulders.
I'm an XL, but a large is actually what fits best on me. And her shoulders are just forward like, oh God, I can't breathe. I was like, Meri, here's the thing, Meri, let me ask you this. Can you zip that up? Can you zip that jacket up? There's no fucking way. And I'm not body shaming. It's just you're stupid.
Well, no, it's like you really want tight shoulders in it. Just size up. An oversized look is in.
I was worried that if she bent over to tie her shoes, the back was going to rip open on that jacket. It really was just so bad. So Janelle's like, well, here's the deal, Meri. Your name is just on one piece of the land and it's shared with me and Kody.
She didn't know this. This was news to her, right? I feel like she was like, I have my own plot. And Janelle's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't,
It's
sweetie.
shared with me and Kody, and I'm taking my part.
It's Kody and Robyn, me, you, and Kody. Cody and Robyn, Kody and Robyn, me and Kody. Like, it's just like, there's, Meri, you have the tiniest bit here, and I think Cody's going to give you that portion. He's not going to give you 1/4 of this.
Meri is so dumb, though, because I feel like Janelle was like, open your eyes, bitch. Like, you're going to get nothing. And Meri's like, I feel like she left this conversation and was like, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm
also curious to know, did Kody and Robyn both pay into Coyote Pass or did they pay into it as a couple?
As a couple.
So it's like, then they should be in thirds.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be each getting a fourth.
They shouldn't each get a fourth.
No,
not after they all put in for their mansion.
And again, they're going to get $6 for Coyote Pass. I really don't think anyone.
So technically, Janelle's saying that Meri's entitled to a fourth of it, right?
Yes.
But really, with her name only on that piece, that's like what? Like an eighth of it? I don't know.
Well, because Kody is on all 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of math.
I know it is a lot of math.
She has like 1/16.
It's like 1/24.
1/16 of Coyote Pass.
I feel like they're like, Meri, you're not even going to get back what you put in. Like,
no.
You're
sorry, Meri.
money.
You made a bad investment.
Sorry, we're robbing Meri to pay Kody, not Peter to fall.
We're robbing Meri to buy some more fucking art because our new house is much bigger. And it's like Meri paid for Cody's new Mercedes. She paid for those dirt bikes
Meri's
for the
a
kids.
great wife.
She gets the quads.
I know why Kody doesn't want to say a bad word about Meri again.
Right? He's like, well, Meri, just because we're divorced, doesn't mean that we need to separate our finances, Because
I do a non-disparagement clause.
I would not be in shock
Meri.
to find out that like Cody's like, oh, I'll handle your investments for you.
I'm sure he will. And she's that dumb that she'd be like, as long as I get to call you once a year.
Yeah.
And hear your voice.
And we do a recap of it, but you could also tell me you love me.
We have to meet in person to talk about it.
He's like, that's too much.
He's like, FaceTime. She's like, okay, deal.
He's like, but I'm not going to look at my camera. You can look at me, but I'm not looking at you. That's how we'll do it. And she's like, oh, Okay, Dell, Kody. It's a Dell.
Whatever.
Puddle Monkey really brought on the dramatic music during this episode. It was like Janelle saying to Meri, she's like, you know, you only have this tiny bit. And the music was like, bum, bum, bum. It's like, wow, really doing some storytelling here, Puddle Monkey.
They're upping their game.
So Meri's like, you know, I'm not worried about it. I think we each have like each other's back and stuff.
She's like, do you not have my back, Janelle? Janelle's like, no, I'm going to have your back. But like,
even
I won't
if
screw
that
you.
back is squeezed into a fucking tight ass
I'll have
leather
your
jacket.
linebacker back.
Yeah.
But she's like, but I'm not having Kody and Robyn's back. We're getting our fair share. Yeah. And I feel like she was like, will you split a lawyer with me?
I think that's what she wanted.
Janelle came
that's
for,
what
right?
she wanted. She was like,
I have no money left.
Yeah. I can't afford this.
Because I've been even dumber than you.
I bought Potato Farms, you know, and I honestly was just the other day, I was at Bed Bath and Beyond and I saw another toaster oven. I had to get it.
I'm really saving up for the Ninja Cream.
I am never going to be able to get a Ninja
She's like,
Cream.
I don't even have a
lawyers.
Vitamix yet.
Oh God. There's so many appliances.
Meri.
And again, how often do we think Janelle's cooking at home?
Not often.
Not often at all.
She just said the other day, she really likes her new, her salad bar and her fries.
Oh, you know, she has that like salad tosser thing that like
why not?
Rinses yeah, she's got it all.
She has every appliance she'll ever need.
It's like when those kids went off to college, they could have each taken an appliance, but they didn't. She was like, whoa.
Maybe that's what happened. They're all done at college. They're like, Mom, do you want this back? And she's like, sure.
Of course
I'll
I
take
do.
it back.
Of course
Hot plate,
I do.
a microwave.
So Meri's like, here's the deal. I expect Kody to be a gentleman. You know, he's a gentleman. Okay. Like he's a gentleman. He's going to make sure he's take care of me. And it's like, he's not.
No.
Meri, you're so stupid.
I don't understand how she can say, you really think they'd screw us over, as she looks around at like
her
what
life.
Janelle has, what she has,
her
what
entire
Christine
life.
Yeah. I'm like, do you see like what kind of cars they're driving? You see their house, you see like the Christmas presents, and then like
the
you're
Christmas
the one working.
villages.
They're not doing anything but the show.
And Cody's gluten-free. That's not cheap.
No, it's not.
It's not cheap to be gluten-free.
That Canyon Bakehouse bread is like $8 a loaf.
Solomon is eating his weight in corn dogs, which I guess
at
is
least
not
they got
that
at
much.
Costco.
Yeah. But, you know, I just like, Meri, he sat there with you many a times and was like, Meri, I just want you to know, when I look at you, my wiener goes inside myself. I disgusted when I look at you. I want nothing to do with you. She's like, Cody's going to come around.
She's like, maybe eventually if I keep paying into the pot. But don't you agree? Like, she's the one working the most. Yeah. She's got LuLaRoe. She's got the B&B.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got Worthy Up. And it's like, and you have Janelle's like, that's your estate. Is this 126
and the B&B?
And the thank God you have the B&B, but too bad it's across from like.
But also that's been
house.
Closed down now.
I know.
We're closing
for
it down
renovations.
But honestly,
it's not coming back.
A brown renovation's gonna. I mean, it took 10 years to get the carriage house done.
Is Blair doing?
Oh God, do you think she hired Blair?
Blair's doing the whole house.
Blair's too modern for the B&B.
I know she's gonna ruin it.
Oh,
I think we want it original, right?
Yeah.
She shouldn't.
I want to be able to sit down and find clumps of Bonnie's hair in the chair. You know, that's
I want to lay in the bed where Bonnie passed.
Yeah. That's not funny.
I'm kidding.
That's not funny.
I want to be haunted by the ghost of Bonnie, though.
That's fucked up. I want to find Lizzie, whoever she may be. So Janelle's like, yeah.
No, but like, I want to lay in the bed where Kody and Robyn probably did it.
Where Kody and Janelle laid next to each other.
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Something exciting.
So this is where Janelle starts to get a little scared because she's like, fuck. Oh, fuck. I put my foot in my mouth. Meri's going to go tattle on me. Meri is absolutely going to go tattle on me.
She's like, I don't know if I can trust Meri to not go tell Kody.
No. And you can't because she's looking for any opportunity to weasel her way in there.
Speaking of Bonnie.
Yeah.
Meri had to have her comfort bear with her during this conversation. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
You know how they said they got all those bears made of Bonnie's clothes? She was just holding one in her lap the whole conversation. I was like, are you that scared of Janelle?
Yeah.
You need Bonnie.
Remember when the rumors went around that Janelle kicked Meri in the stomach when she was pregnant? That was from Samuel Jacob Cooper.
I hope that's real.
Caitlin, I don't.
Not in the stomach. I just would like Janelle to kick Meri.
Maybe not when she's pregnant.
Okay, not when she's pregnant.
God.
I'm just kidding. But you know, that's so far-fetched.
I know. But you're the one who said, I hope it's true. I hope they were doing
Meri needs a kick right now.
WWE, motherfuckers. Wow.
Meri needs a wake-up kick.
let's go over to Kody and Robyn's house, where we are putting Aurora and Brianna to child labor. This is such fucking bullshit. Cody's like, yeah, we've got 8 feet of snow around the house. And then he comes whipping up in his quad that he converted into a snow plow that Meri bought.
Thank you, Meri, for the snow plow.
Thanks, Meri, for the snow plow.
Meri, I can't get over to your house because there's so much snow. Do you think you could buy me a snow plow?
Yeah.
Because we know he's not paying into the neighborhood pot.
No, he's not.
So they're not getting their driveway done.
Nope. And their driveway, the heated driveway wasn't working.
Apparently not.
So it's just like, wow. But here's the thing. Janelle is our person on a quad.
Yeah.
That's where my loyalty goes. That's where my erections go. That's where my heart goes.
Kimono tied on the belt loops.
Kimono tied on the belt loops. Seeing Kody fucking pull up in that quad converted snowplow.
The way he just thinks he's so hot with like his curls.
And Robyn's filming it, and she's like, oh.
I feel like she's like, I'm gonna watch this footage later.
Oh God. And then Meri's watching it on the cloud. Oh God, Kody looks so good on that. I'm glad I got him that quad. Oh God, Kody, you could snowplow me anytime. Oh God. And Meri's out there having to just sweep her snow. She's getting a broom out there for her own
Cody's
snow.
Never helped her with her driveway.
Never. He's never entered her garage.
He's like,
never
can't
helped
you
with
and your
her
neighbors
driveway.
pull together and like hire a snowplow? She's like, Kody, you don't even do that for yours.
No. So Awoa is at one point, her and Salmonella are just like taking their shovels and just like hitting it into the ground. And I was like, talk about when you don't know what you're doing and you're just doing it for the camera. Like, what is that?
They've never shoveled snow
I've
before.
never shoveled snow in my life.
But I can guarantee you, if this was at Janelle's house, he'd have her kids out there doing this all the time.
I honestly feel like this was these kids worked for their keep around here.
I feel like he was like, we're so relatable as a family.
Yeah. And Awoa immediately went back inside and wrote a song about it. Frozen fingers. Something along that line. I'm like,
Daddy made me work.
But then, Daddy made me work. I'm in trouble now. Daddy made me work. Areola. Now this young Xena warrior princess.
First, she gets Kody in the face with the ice, which that was
and he's
number one.
He tried so hard to get rid of that murder face.
If Robyn hadn't been filming.
Oh. Honestly,
I
I think he looked at Robyn and he was like, cut the cameras. And then we come back a little bit later. There's missing timelines here. Because
Meri, release it. Get on the cloud.
Get on that fucking cloud, Meri. So Areola's scooping it, and then she wants to go throw some at Kody, but she lets go of the shovel, hits his truck.
Right after he says, don't hit the truck.
Don't scratch up my truck.
Bang!
And he looks at that scratch. I mean, not like he looked at Jezebel needing life-saving surgery. Not like he looked at EVK having to get her leg cut off. Like, it was like, you little fucking bitch. Don't you dare scratch my truck.
He was like, and then he's like, I had to let myself calm down if I wanted this to be a fun family activity.
We're
but
gonna
she's
have
getting it later.
So much fun. So much fun.
She never heard the end of that scratch.
She's still paying for it. I think so.
Like,
you
will work to
you got to start selling your American Girl dolls. All right,
get
on eBay.
If it was poor Savannah, yes, but not Robyn's precious children.
That's true. That's true. A very stupid.
I was
scene.
like scared at that moment, though. Weren't you? I was like,
I'm telling you, he looked at Robyn and was like, "Cut the camera. Cut the cameras right now. Cut those fucking."
She was
cameras.
like, "Cody, it's a live feed. Don't do anything." It's scary.
I was, And notice there's no one else around at this point. They had all already left. They're like, "Are you done filming us, Mom? We want to go inside. I need to write a song." All right, let's go to Salt Lake, where we have just joined House Hunters Salt Lake City Edition.
Sold on SLC. It's coming soon.
This is sold on SLC.
Do we think David and Christine are going to make an appearance?
I think that's
comes
their first
out?
people. Yes,
Okay.
I think they got on sold on SLC.
Perfect.
Bravo. It's going to be huge. So I'm going to do a little intro of the couple. She's a D-list reality star. He's a drywall artist, and they are getting ready to tie the knot after just 1 week together. She's looking for a cave for her daughter to hide away, and he's looking for a place to put his Kirkland jeans. Their budget is $1 million, but would be willing to go over for a double stove. The amount of times that they said double stove.
It's like it's a double oven.
And listen, I'm fucking stupid, but I was like, it's a double oven. You know, it's
double stove.
Double stove. Oh, it doesn't have the double stove. I really would have a double stove. And Christine's like, oh yeah, double. I've always loved a double stove. I've always loved a double stove, David. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love, yeah.
Did
David,
we get the name of the real estate agent to the stars?
we did not.
Okay.
But let me tell you something. She fucking sucks at her
She
job.
did.
Golly.
Number one must have a 3-car garage. Let me show you 2 without.
Let me show you 2 that don't have that.
I was like, how about not?
All
how
right.
about
So
we find it.
up first, house number 1, a beautiful cookie cutter copy paste in suburbia with a long driveway. Christine's like, oh, that's a long drive. We're going to have to probably get like a snowblower. I'm like, you have a snowblower. Remember, you loaded it up. You wanted to move it to Utah. You've got the snowblower. So put it to use. But they're like, but all of our kids could park in the driveway. I'm like, your kids can also park on the street when they come. You know?
Also, you only have one child living with you who can't drive. So
Or ride a bike. Honestly, you don't need the 3rd car garage for a bicycle. I'll tell you that.
she can ride now. We've
So
had the update.
We haven't seen footage, you know?
Well, we'll get there. Season 37.
I don't know. I honestly feel like that's a conspiracy theory.
Really?
I
No.
feel like and who said that she could ride a bike?
Christine.
Who heard her say this?
It was on I think it was on one of the podcasts they did, or I don't know,
Okay.
when they were making the media blitz.
Here's the thing. I don't believe it to be true.
Okay.
I think
All
she
right.
wanted to be like, because David taught her.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, our lives have
Just to be petty.
improved significantly since David has come into our lives.
Yeah.
Mitch couldn't quite pull it off, but
David did.
David's like, yeah, you know, I really don't like a regular stove or a double stove, you know, I'm just like double stove. Regular, you know, and Christine's like, yeah, Christine's a fucking tofu girlfriend if ever I've seen one. Christine's like, this is so crazy, David. I've always been a big supporter of drywall. I
love drywall.
Anywhere I go, I'm always like, that's a good drywall. That's
The
a bad,
art
like
of drywall.
I know my drywall so well. It's just like that's
she
me.
got like drywaller's wife.
She did. She makes and come home and put the lube on her like she's drywall.
Paint me like you're my drywall.
Paint me like I'm one of your walls, David. Paint me like I'm one of your walls. I love Christine being like, I gave Kody a lot of space in our closet. David's only got a couple of hoodies.
She was like a real man, and some jeans,
And
some
Kirkland
saggy
jeans.
and some whitey tighties.
He's got his good pair of jeans and his day-to-day jeans, whitey tighties, and then he's got a lot of hoodies.
David for sure wears a jean for like a week before it goes in the wash.
He has, I'm telling you, he has 2 pairs. He's got his nice
fancy
jeans.
ones and his work
Oh, you know
ones.
what? He might have 1 pair of black jeans too.
He has a work pair too.
Well,
you think?
no, his work pair is his everyday pair.
Oh, okay.
He goes out and they're like, oh, you just got off
No, a work pair has paint all over it.
I was just about to say.
Okay.
People are like, oh, did you just get off a job? And he's like, no,
These are my everyday jeans.
these are my everyday jeans. Yeah.
They go from day to night, work to the club, any way you want them. She's like, he doesn't need a lot of space, but he does have a lot of hoodies. And she's like, I'm a hoodie girl. I wear his hoodies.
I get so irritated by fucking Christine. Like, you can tell that she's a brown through and through because she's like, oh, double sink? David, which sink would you want? When you go and
She's
take
like,
a huge
would you want
shit,
a double sink? I'm like, yes, you would.
obviously you want a double
sink?
sink. Like, what fucking world?
Because she's the kind of girl who would want like a twin bed so they have to cuddle.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, it'd be cute though if we only had one sink and we had to like shimmy past each other. She's just weird like that.
And then you'd like raise your cock against my ass.
I'm brushing my teeth and you come up behind me and just
And I thought it was just so weird that she was like, you know, after you finish taking a shit, where do you want to wash your hands? You know, do you want to wash them where I wash my hands? Do you want to do, was this the baptism by fire? The double sinks?
what was the baptism by fire?
I'm telling you,
It made
maybe
no
it was like
sense.
he had a fire poop, you know, like he left some
And now he's gonna baptize his
burn
hands.
marks on his ass, and then he's going to baptize his hands by washing that off.
I don't know what this
I have
was.
no fucking idea.
I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense to me, but this is where we find out that Christine and David have been having sleepovers.
Knew it. They totally fucked.
They've been fucking. David.
At first, I thought because they were rushing so much that maybe they weren't, but this confirmed
Here's the
it.
thing. I don't think Christine's willing to do butt stuff unmarried.
Okay. So he's hurrying.
Or maybe David's like, I don't like to do butt stuff if we're not married. You know, that's like
he draws the line.
That's the pleasure chest. Okay. And that's my wife saves that for me. Okay. That's how I like to do it. I don't know, but to find out that these two are fucking, and then I'm like, where does Truly go? No one's parents are letting Truly have a sleepover.
Well, we know she's not going to Kody's half the time.
No. And Aspen lives too far away to like go over there. So I honestly feel like she was like,
I think
as
she's
long as I don't say
Jezebel.
anything. Oh, I forgot Jezebel.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Right?
That's scary.
And Christine's having like sleepovers where it's just like they sleep over and she hightails it out of there in the morning.
I honestly
she gets home
feel
before Truly's up.
That's what I think. I think she goes, she
sneaks out.
Truly goes to her room as soon as she gets home. She pulls down her black shades and she lives in darkness.
Yes.
And then Christine gets out of there. She never tells Truly. She leaves a little plate of bagel bites at the door. And then she hightails it out of there over to David's, and then she gets her hightail up, you know.
She's like, I'll be back before Truly's up in the morning. Because she's like, we sleep over at each other's houses, but then we leave like first thing in the morning. I'm yeah. Okay. Walk of shame, girl.
Christine loves after they get up to like start making out. And it's like fucking zebra breath, girl. Like get your fucking halitosis out of here. Nobody wants to smell that first thing. And then she's like, do you want to eat me out,
She's kind
David?
of the person who like thinks her husband's BO smells good.
Those
kind of girls.
Yeah.
Who are like, I love the smell of his BO.
Oh, I love, honestly, when David gets home from a long day of drywalling, I love to smell his undies, especially if there's a little extra chocolate kiss in there. Too far.
So gross.
All right, let's move on to I also love too, this realtor fucking sucks at her job, because not only did she only find them 2-car garages, but she then also does a horrible job of selling it. She's like, it is on a bigger lot, but it's a lot of wasted space. So, it's only a 2-car garage. It's
not great, honestly. This house sucks.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm showing it to you, but I guess, maybe you like it. I'm not really sure. House number 2, another cookie cutter suburban home that looks just like the first one with a different exterior paint color. Has a big island, has an attic space, and the big win is the double stove. This one does have a double stove.
Does this one have a 3-car garage?
No. Okay. Sorry about that. No, I do apologize. It's only a 2-car garage.
I know that your number one thing was the 3-car.
We're
just not going to be able to make it happen.
But Christine loves the bonus attic room. And I think she'd like to make this her princess room. And as soon as David walks in, he's like, hey.
She's like, this would be the perfect playroom. I'm like, for Truly?
For them to play. They do play stuff. She's like, this is where I could hang out the window naked and put my long hair down. Jezebel has a ton of Rapunzel wigs I could borrow, and David could try to climb up to me. It'd be amazing. But David's like, this room's going to be really hot. And it's going to be a little tough.
Like, it has a huge air conditioner on the wall. It's not going to get that hot.
The air conditioner's right there in front of you. Like, what are you saying, David? There's drywall. I don't think that's going to hold up.
It's like, why can't David just build us a house?
Right? Yeah.
Right?
Well, because they need it now.
They need to fuck.
They need to fuck. They need to christen every damn room.
They're like, we don't even have time for it to be built.
No.
We're buying a spec.
Oh, God. So, again, this is not the house.
But it is the favorite.
It is the favorite, but it's none of these end up being the house.
But this is the neighborhood, right?
It's nearby.
Okay.
So,
or does everything in Utah look exactly the same?
No. It's nearby. But do you remember when we found ourselves in Lehi, Utah?
I do.
And we went to a park where you could hear the power lines above?
Yes.
This is closer to that.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. The power lines are beautiful.
Buzzing.
The one house they go to, they have the huge power line tower in the front yard. Like, Truly's gonna fucking love climbing that thing. Like, well, in what world are we putting the power lines and living this close to them?
Again, she's been on TV for all this time, and she's going to have to buy a house with power lines in the front.
Good. Gugamunga.
Where did the money go?
Finally, it's house number 3. Another cookie cutter replica with a 3-car garage, tiny kitchen, single oven, and a completely different color scheme on the inside. This house is painted Swiss coffee, while the others are painted alabaster white. How will it go over? She's like, whoa!
Completely different.
Takes her transitions off. She's like, wow! Okay, hold on a second. Oh, wow.
I was like, what? Because we did like an off-white trim? this was a completely different color
And I
scheme.
think there were parts of it that hadn't been finished being painted
And Christine's
yet.
the kind of person who, like, whatever it is she's taking it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's not going to paint.
Remember when Meri Brown had to pick out the carpet for her house and she wanted that dark brown?
Of course she did.
Big turd brown. Christine is so stupid. It's fine if you think the kitchen's small, but to be like, oh, I'm like, it has white cabinets like all the other one. It has white walls.
Yeah,
Sorry, these
exactly
are Swiss coffee, not alabaster. It's
also, we can paint. Also, you're gonna marry a drywall. I'm sure he's handy with a paintbrush.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows some guys.
He's a fucking artiste. But pretty quickly they're like, yeah, no, this is not gonna be. And then David's like, yeah, this is my least of my three. The least of my three.
She's like, I love you. I love you.
Fuck me right here on this counter.
I love that we both have the least of the three.
Oh, this is our favorite least of the three. Oh my God. David, I want you to put it in me right here, right now.
He's like, I love you. And then he comes over and like grabs her ass. I'm like, can we? Why?
And the poor realtor's like, okay, so is that a no?
Did I do a terrible job of showing you? Yes.
Here's the thing. I guarantee you this realtor is not the same one who sells them their house. No. They just used her.
They did.
They're like, hey, you got some free time?
They showed up at the model homes and they were like, do you want to be on TV?
She's like, hell yeah,
sure,
I do. She's like, I fucking suck at my job though. Is that okay? And they're like, it's fine. Doesn't really matter.
Show us what you got available. Even if it doesn't work for us. We need something to film.
I do love editing this season because I love that Christine's like, yeah, it's just crazy because like Kody was never a part of anything with me building the house or anything. And he's like, Christine likes to bitch. I never helped her with her house, but I totally did.
I do wonder, like, how is it working in the confessional room? Are they feeding them?
Yes.
Like, are they saying like, okay, can you respond to this? Christine said you never helped. And then he does, like, how is it working?
I wouldn't be shocked to find out there's a TV in there.
Okay.
And they
show
play
a clip.
it. Cause I think
it's like immediate responses to each other because we can't get them to ever sit in the same room.
Yes.
We just have to like play it this way.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's so fun to watch.
And he's like, I helped. I was very involved with like what we were the house in Vegas.
I told her we need a lot of closet space for my clothes.
And then she's like, well, I did think he was involved till I saw how involved he was with Robyn's on the show.
Yeah. They purchased every bubblegum machine together. Kody and Robyn always agreed on the bubblegum machines.
They love an antique bubblegum.
They do love that. All right, let's go down to Flagstaff. Christine and David have rented a home in Flagstaff to get the family together because they're also coming for Gwen's engagement party.
But she wants David to meet a couple of Janelle's kids.
Oh, her girl and her boy.
Her girl and her boy.
This is my girl Savannah.
This is
my boy Gabe. It just sounded so weird.
Okay, what was weirder was that they rented like a passenger van and they all drove down together. But then the footage was Christine's car and the moving truck moving. I
honestly feel like I think that was the footage of them moving to Flagstaff.
Probably.
Again, it's
don't show it then. Like, why are you
have so much B-roll you could show us.
They're like, we need a transition. We have to show a car driving to Flagstaff.
And I honestly wouldn't be shocked to find out they just like they have folders like car driving. I wouldn't be shocked.
They're very organized.
For them to be like, oh yeah, we're driving, and then it flashes back to season 1, them in those like awful fucking vans, and it's like they haven't had these in 18 years.
I know. It's like, how hard is it for them to self-film the van for a minute?
All of a sudden, they're like Kody and Robyn's house, and it's Lehigh. It's like, oh, the Lehigh house. What? Like, how do we get here?
Yeah,
they're so stupid.
I'm like, we didn't need Christine's car with the moving truck. No. This isn't them coming to Flagstaff for Gwen's party.
Pisses me off. Unfortunately, Janelle's not going to be there. Maddie's has to spit out another crotch goblin. So Janelle has to be there for that, but her kids will be there.
Mm-hmm. Her boy and her girl.
This is one of my girls. This is one of my boys. Now also in attendance is Gwendlyn and Bernice. And I just got to say, what a couple. What a couple.
They just don't go together.
Not one bit. Not one.
Christine loves Bernice. She's cool. She's nice.
She's got a great job security at Olive Garden. She's. I mean, I could not see Gwendlyn doing any better.
Whoever will take Gwendlyn can have her.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's funny because there's a lot of tit in this relationship.
Yeah, there is.
You don't think Bernice is stacked, but damn, she pulls off that sports bra after a long day at the garden, and she just like pops out of it. And we know Gwen had to have a boob reduction.
Yeah.
Like it's just
big busted girlies.
big busted gals stick together. It's a lot of boob happening.
Boob girls.
Janelle's or Christine's like, Gwendolyn's eyes just light up around Bernice. And I'm like, I look at Bernice and I'm like, I don't think you've ever lit anything up, you know? Like, I don't think Bernice could light up a solar light.
Maybe she clams up on camera.
It's like,
there's not a lot of personality coming through.
No, she doesn't really dazzle for me.
No.
Not much sparkle, not much dazzle.
No razzle dazzle there.
Kody says, he's totally cool with Gwendlyn marrying another breasted lady. Didn't bother me. I spoke with God and God said, I judge, you love, which it's still there.
Still judging. Someone's still judging.
Yeah. It's still to say your lifestyle's wrong, but I'm going to love you anyways,
Okay. This is so
what
weird,
is it?
though.
Love the sinner, hate the sin.
Yes.
Yeah. I love you,
Still
Gwen, even if I'm not going to see you in heaven. I'll miss you.
You're not going to be on our planet.
Nope. You will definitely be in hell. You and Bernice. All right. You and all that tip.
Still love you, though, girl.
Still love you. Love you, girl. Love you so much.
This is so funny because in our rewatch that we're doing on Patreon,
Yeah.
we are at the episode, we just did it, where Leon comes out.
Yes.
And Kody did say, like, in that episode, he handled it decently
It
well.
was one of Cody's best moments.
And it was a different Cody than we're seeing now.
Yes, no,
but he
not the
did say
same.
then that, like, I had a talk with God about, like, I have all these kids.
Mhm.
I'm sure that some of them are going to be gay. And I just realized, like, I'm going to be accepting about it and love them. And I'm glad they have a safe space with me. And although it was sad to watch because he's no longer a safe space.
No, not at all.
This was true.
I loved... I just, I love when Kody starts talking about Gwen coming out and he's like, she wasn't articulate. Because I was like, all of a sudden she's like, dicks and vag. I like them both. Either which way, I'm cool with it. He's like, what? You got to pick one. I don't understand this 2-lane road thing you're going on.
He's like, yeah, I didn't really get it.
And I love when Christine's like, we always knew with Gwen.
We always knew.
We knew.
We all knew.
Yeah. The way that she loved to play with our little pussies growing up. Our kitties, sorry. Do we call them kitties now? Pussies? You could always find Gwen just petting a pussy. You could always find her petting a pussy. She was always giving oil checks to the pussies.
She was always doing both of her girl Barbies making out.
Yep.
We always knew.
We always would
She
find
had them
the Barbie
always in
scissoring.
compromising positions.
Oh, you know that all to be true.
100%.
You know it to be true.
I believe Gwen and her Barbies have done some wild things.
Wild shit.
Yeah.
Those Barbies had fucking OnlyFans.
She had sister wife Barbies, but the sister wives were hooking up.
Oh yeah.
You know?
She's like, I'd love sister wives.
She's like, this is Robyn and Meri.
So Gabe starts talking to Dave and he's like, so how'd you guys meet? And he's like, date site.
I was on a date site. And
It's a dating site. Date site. Yeah, we went on a date site.
I didn't even have my membership, but I got a message and I had to pay $60 on the date site.
I still need Christine to pay me back $60 because it was just, so I
She's
opened
like,
the message.
well, it wasn't a waste. He's like, best $60 of my life. He's a sweet guy, but he's just...
He's a simple man.
He's a
simple man.
Gabe's so sweet though. He's like, I'm really happy for you guys.
Yeah.
This works.
But I mean, Gabe, much like me, and many people tried to come to Christine and David's defense that their second date was The Little Mermaid. And they're like, it was a play at this really beautiful theater.
He's like, what was it? They're like, Little Mermaid. He's like, it would be.
Yeah.
You losers.
Fucking loser.
David's like, I look over and she's crying. I'm like, why are you crying?
I'm crying,
I was like, and you still went on a third date with her?
I guess, listen, I know that a play is different than the movie.
I was crying because they played Kiss the Girl and you didn't kiss me.
Go on and kiss the girl. Whoa. Oh, these two, they're just something.
I really do like think they're great together and I love it, but I also am like you just can't help but make fun of them constantly.
Yes.
They're so annoying.
I'm rooting for them while also tearing them down. You know? Because once again, I don't want them to hear this.
No one.
I don't ever want to know what people say behind my back. Nope. Just
Keep
be nice to my face.
Behind your back where it should
be fake to my face, pretend that you like me, and then say stuff behind it, but don't ever let me find out what you said.
Exactly.
I don't want anyone listening to this fucking podcast. You know, I don't want them listening to it. So yeah, so David gets back on the date site, and here I'm confused about the timeline.
I'm confused about the whole story because I feel like they're making something up because we heard that like David's daughter watched the show, right?
Yes.
And then found out that Christine was single because she kept up on the internet about her. And then like she was like heard she was dating, and I feel like she signed him up to meet Christine. Like it was almost like she like went undercover to make them meet accidentally.
Also, when they talked to Kody and Robyn, Christine's like, yeah, we've been together for about 7 days. But we've known each other so long before that.
I think what it was she told us that they like talked for a little while.
But was she talking in Flagstaff?
I don't know.
Did she know?
She got on the date sites already.
I think she went because she's like, I know I'm going to Utah.
She put her location as Utah.
She probably put it a couple places. She's like, where do I want to end up?
Where do I want to move?
Yeah, and she's like, I met a guy in Utah. We've been chatting
on the date site.
I had to pay her $60, and so.
But she did the matchmakers first, right? So did she hire matchmakers?
Was that
she
also
even moved?
again? The matchmaking doesn't make sense.
No.
Why are you on a date site that costs $60 to read one message? Is that at fucking Ashley Madison?
Seriously,
were they on Ashley Madison
Prices are
together?
Out of control. Janelle would never agree.
Gwen's like, hey, David, like, what do you do for work? He's like, oh, well. She's like, and how old are you? And he's like, 59. She's like, disgusting.
That's old.
But then David, and I don't know if everyone caught this, but David turns to Christine. He's like, you didn't say I was old last night, did you?
Was that to Christine?
Yeah.
I thought he was saying that to like Aspen or Jezebel, saying like, you just said last night I wasn't that old.
No, I think he was like, last night when I got an erection without the pill, you didn't say I was old then, you know? When I got this piece of meat up for you, you didn't say I was old then.
And then one of the kids said like, it's cute that they're old. I love old people.
Let's go on over to Gwen's engagement party. And now I have to bitch because it really ate at me, because we see the outside of the engagement party. Okay. And we see the wood front door. And when we're inside the engagement party, the door has a window on it that the door outside did not have. And it was like, okay, well, why are you showing me that front instead of this front? Like, why is it wrong? So then I couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go.
Because but among much, like they just showed Christine's car with the moving truck instead of the 10-passenger van that they rented.
Yeah.
They just shot the outside of the Airbnb that they got, but not the engagement party outside.
So, well,
and they just played
spoiled my whole story. Oh. Caitlin. Well, so then what I do is I start searching. I had to pause the show because it's eating me alive. And I start searching all around Flagstaff. I have a general idea of where this is because I know the style of house. And I start looking. I'm like on Street View, Airbnb. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me check Zillow, because Airbnb doesn't always show the front of the house. It's usually showing inside. Get on Zillow. I'm clicking around and I find it. And I find out that door, as Caitlin ruined, does belong to the Airbnb that they were staying at. And it's in the Zillow pictures, it's designed exactly like it was when they stayed there. But I was sad because I was like, I wanted to know how much they paid for it.
I know.
But they had sold it recently. So it sold in 2024.
But I can tell you right now that where those are, it's pretty cheap Airbnb.
Yeah.
Production's not shelling out much.
Oh, I don't even know if production paid for it.
Also, whose house were we at for the engagement party?
That's what I want to know. It looked kind of like a manufactured home.
I think it was a manufactured home.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like Gwen and Bernice did not move into their trailer home until after
they got married. And I went back on her Instagram, and at this time, they're in there wherever they're living at the time, and it's not these walls. It's not the same house.
Can I just ask a question?
Was it Jelly Roll's house?
Maybe. Here's my question. I'm not shitting on anyone. I'm not putting my nose up in the air. But when you have, your engagement party, You're going to have that at your friend's manufactured home, or maybe the Airbnb that your mom rented. That's nicer. You know?
Okay, whatever. You come for the house if you want. I'm coming for the table spread because you have an engagement party and you just have one small table with like a couple little candies on it. I'm like, are you going to feed these people?
I love that this engagement party is a tattoo party, but Gwen doesn't have a tattoo yet. Like
what? Why are we getting our first tattoo at our engagement party? None of this made sense.
No.
And it's like all you can follow it up with is like a Hershey's Kiss.
It's so
there's nothing else to eat.
It's so sad. Like if you look at the Browns, how many of them are tofu? Like they just soak up who's ever around them.
They really do.
Like they do not know who they are.
I have to say something.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think Flagstaff was good for Gwendlyn.
Yes.
Because I think, and college, you find your people when you get to college.
Yes.
You know, you find there's someone for everyone there. And Flagstaff is full of
Someone's.
someone's. And I was like, look at all these friends she made. You know, each one weirder than the next. It's perfect for her.
I think Truly's going to need to go to college in Flagstaff.
I think Truly needs to. Yeah. NAU is calling Truly's name.
So this engagement party really is kind of the Met Gala for the Browns. We have Aspen in a very beautiful, like it looks like she's going to a Diwali celebration.
I thought she looked like she was going to like she was in Scrubs.
Okay. I thought it was more like a Diwali.
Like breast cancer awareness Scrubs.
Not sure. I only know it from The Office.
Okay.
Mykelti's in like a sexy black dress, red roses, very, very, very white legs. And then like a Tom shoe.
She loves a Tom.
Interesting choice.
The dress was totally like from Hot Topic and Truly can't wait to get her hands on that hand-me-down.
Truly's just Truly. And then Bernice is ready for her shift at the Olive Garden. Black top, black slacks. She's ready to go. Hair pulled back so it doesn't get in the breadsticks, you know? Bernice.
She's always kind of business cash.
Yes. She's like Robyn.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think Bernice is like, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Okay? And the job that I have is the job that I want. And that's Olive Garden. I don't want to be anywhere else but Olive Garden. I would.
We know she's moved up. She worked at a fast food chain before.
Yes.
We know that.
She's gone to the Olive Garden now. I will be so sad to one day find out that Bernice is like, oh, I hate Olive Garden. You know? Like if I know that she doesn't really work there according to her LinkedIn. Just kidding. I don't know if she has a LinkedIn for Olive Garden, but it's just like she's Olive
always
Garden.
Dressed as a server.
When you hear your family.
You can't get her out of the serverware.
No.
You can take the girl out of the Olive Garden, but you can't take the Olive Garden out of the girl. You know?
You can take the Olive Garden out of the you can take the girl out of the
I said it, okay.
I just wanted to repeat it again.
You can take the girl out of the Olive Garden, but you can't take the Olive Garden out of the girl.
Gotcha. Bernice is always going to have Olive Garden in her heart.
Either way, she's going to smell like
She
garlic.
basically bleeds Alfredo. She bleeds Alfredo with Mianeros. Hey, welcome to the Olive Garden. It's me, Bernice.
She's always ready to do that Parmesan cheese.
Oh,
mixer.
she dreams.
Tell me when.
Yep. I think that sometimes before she has a little Gwendlyn snack, she does a little Parmesan on that. She's like, listen, nothing goes better with fish than Parmesan.
Tell me when, Gwen.
Gwen just has a mountain of Parmesan.
Forget the Fruity Pebbles from Secret Life of Mormon Wives. Okay, we're going Parmesan.
And Gwen's like, keep going. Bernice is like breaking a sweat at this point. Boobs jiggling all over while she's doing the Parmesan.
Always a step too far.
Would it be me if it wasn't?
No.
So unfortunately, Christine finds out that Kody and Robyn will be coming.
Okay, wait.
To the engagement
They
party.
were not coming before. They told Gwen they were not coming. Was this because they were refusing to be around Christine, or was there a conflict? What do you think?
I think that they were worried Aurora might have a cough.
Okay.
They had to be there for her. She might have an
Still
anxiety
scared of the
attack.
COVID-19.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I think that they didn't want to go because Christine was there, and then production called and was like, "You guys need to go.
Okay.
You need this.
All right.
Okay. We need some sort of footage of you guys all in the same room." I believe it was a production call.
They're like, David's going to be there. You have to go.
And so Christine's like, just like so annoyed. So much attention's going to be on them and not me and David. I mean, Gwen. I want it on Gwen. You know, this is Gwen's event, and I don't need everyone looking at Kody and Robyn. It's like, here's me and David. Hello. I mean, Gwen and Bernice. You know, like why? Why is everyone?
We're actually doing a double engagement party. Surprise!
Christine is someone who would get proposed to at someo's wedding or engagement party or something.
She would wear white to a wedding.
She would announce a pregnancy at a gender reveal. You know, that's Christine, and she's like, no, they're so happy I did that.
They loved it.
If you are someone, let me just say this right now. If you are somebody who got engaged at someone else's wedding or anything like that, just know that even though your friend said, yeah, that would be fine, they fucking hate you for it. And they have every fucking right to. That's their day, not your day. So Kody and Robyn show up, but Meri also shows up. And Meri is so proud of herself. She's like, listen, I'm a single woman. I'm not going to go putzing behind Kody and Robyn.
Like, I am embracing my singleness.
You guys drove together. You fucking drove together.
You think?
Caitlyn?
They picked her up. Cody's really changed his tune about Meri since she's still putting into the family pot.
I think Robyn
wants a
couple
more weeks of it.
I think Robyn made him, but here's why he picked her up. Because she's like, Kody, I've got something to tell you that Janelle told me. Kody.
No, I don't believe they rode together, but I believe Meri sat in her car until they arrived.
Oh, that's even worse.
I know.
That's even worse. Like, you won't go in because you're waiting for your safety net that fucking hates you.
But she's going to go in first. She's like, I'm barging through that door first in my leather jacket.
Me and my leather jacket are going through. I just thought, like, again, this is a worthy up moment for her. Mm-hmm. To her, in her eyes, she's probably going to say
part of the next symposium.
Yep. She's like, if you and your divorced husband and his hot wife show up somewhere, you go in first. You don't need him to lead you anymore, ladies.
You lead this.
You lead the way. But do wait in your car until they get there, because
I don't want to go in by myself, guys. Text me when you're here.
She's so pathetic. And that's such a mean thing to say about someone, but
it's true.
What else can you say about this woman? She's pathetic.
Everyone's given her the chance to worthy up.
Yeah.
She's made it her brand, but she still won't do it. Like Janelle telling her, like, you're going to figure this out with the land. She just ignores her. Like she has done this time and time again.
She's so stupid. Now, baby Archer even had eyes on what was going on. That baby was terrified.
His eyes were so wide.
Oh my God.
He's Kody. Like, oh shit, Kody and Robyn are here. And
Kody, Robyn,
David's here.
Oh God, everyone's here. Everyone's here. Oh. Listen, not just these babies. Pretty much all babies at this age are just so ugly.
Yeah, they're not.
They're just little aliens, you know?
Yeah.
I told you for a long time with Louie, I was like, she's not very... Is she gonna get cuter? You're like, yeah, she'll get cuter.
Yeah, she has.
You know,
yeah,
she was.
Baby's just, you don't want to be born too cute. You don't want to peak at birth.
Birth. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
You got to get cuter. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And these two did. The twins are cuter. They just need a haircut.
Yes, they just need a shower.
You're right. They need to be cleaned up a little bit.
Mykelti recently posted a picture or a video from inside their home, and I don't know if it's a whiteboard.
Either they covered all their walls on a whiteboard or they just let them color everywhere. I believe they just let them color everywhere.
And I think it's a rental.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have to paint over that.
They won't. They'll just pay the deposit.
Oh my God. They're so stupid. So Robyn's like, we know that Christine and her friend guy.
It's hard for me to say boyfriend.
I didn't say Christine's boyfriend.
Which kid do you think called and warned them? Mykelti?
No, I don't think it was a kid. Again, I think it was production said you need to be there for this and be prepared. David's going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. She's like, but Christine and her guy friend can just kind of like stay over there, and me and Kody will stay over here, and we'll try not to bug them or nothing, Oh God. I was sad though when Aspen started talking about her relationship with Kody, and she's like, it's our responsibility if we want to have a relationship with them. Like, no, it's not.
I know.
It's not.
She's like, it's hard when you don't live near someone. So like, I'm always working on it. And like, now my mom really isn't helping. So that's tough. But I'm like, but your dad should be helping. If
your
he
dad
wants to be,
should call
if he wants to be in your life, he should try.
I'm telling you, every year on Aspen's birthday, well, not every year, but when he remembers to get her a birthday card, it is always ASPEN. Every single time. Like, sometimes he like remembers and he turns the E into a Y.
I mean, to his credit, it was dumb that Christine added Y's into all her kids' names.
I know,
didn't need him.
But still, he always does it wrong.
We just saw that it was an ET interview with Christine.
Yes.
Something like that. And she said that all her kids have kind of come to terms with he shows up when he shows up and they'll take a little bit of him, but they're not They don't really care.
I mean, Gwen still lives in Flagstaff.
I know,
and I don't think he couldn't even
she
come when she got hit by the bike.
Yeah. No, hit by a car on her bike.
She got hit by a bike. That's what I heard happen.
But I'm like, so he's just like randomly. And then she's like, we'd like a little more time when he shows up. Like he just shows up and it's like, I'm in Utah. Can I see the kids? It's like, how about asking? Okay.
I got to do a wire transfer from Meri's B&B to my bank, you know?
It's like, hello, Truly is at Disneyland. She can't just come home.
I feel like Kody bamboozled Meri and was like, I want to be a silent partner in the B&B. And she's like, okay, like how? And he's like, it's a silent partner. I'm not, I'm silent, but I'm a partner. I'm not going to put any money into it, but I will take money out. And she's like, okay, Kody, you think
I guess that works.
You could just come over sometime.
I do need a partner.
I need a partner. I'd love to be your partner, Kody.
There's no way he's not getting any money.
He's like, business silent partner. And she's like, I'd love a partner. Kody, love a partner.
He is getting her B&B money because she's putting into the pot, and that's her money from there. Yep.
Someone explained to me, and this is my favorite moment of this episode. Kody starts talking about him and his one pretty wife. Yeah, I got this really pretty wife, and she's pretty and she's shy. You know, she's pretty. she's shy. She's
a shy wife.
She's a shy wife, but listen, she's not shy with me because we got a special bond. But she's pretty and she's shy. And I love
my
her.
One pretty wife. That was totally a diss.
It was.
Because it was like, yes, you only have one wife now. But like he was being like, yeah, my one pretty wife.
Also, I don't think Robyn was being shy. I think she was being a bitch.
She was.
When David was talking to her, I felt like she was like, whoa, stop trying to make out with me. And Kody was like, you trying to fuck my one pretty shy wife?
At first she was acting like that.
You already got my sloppy seconds. You want it again, buddy?
But then I felt like Robyn had more life and was nicer than I've ever seen her before.
But not in the beginning.
Not in the beginning.
No. But I'm so glad Kody was able to bring his one pretty. She's shy. She's shy, you know. But we got a special bond. She's not shy with me.
Shy.
She's not shy with me.
I'm like, she's shy. She's a hermit. She's not shy. She's
a bitch. She's a weirdo, you know.
She broke this family up. She should be shy.
Should not show her fucking face around here anymore. So they're doing tattoos at the party. Robyn's like, oh, none for me, please. I'm like, she'd get Kohl's cash on her body. She'd get a fucking Kohl's cash right on her ass. She would
get like a replica of her painting, her favorite painting.
Oh, yes.
Cody's like, not me. I hate tattoos. I'm actually repulsed by them. They're disgusting. I can't even look at them.
Christine's like, we're getting one. David and me are getting matching tattoos. He's like, oh, matching tattoos. How disgusting is that?
He asked Gwen, like, you getting one? She's like, yeah. And he's like, are you and Bernice getting a matching Olive Garden breadstick? And she's like, no. And he's
same
like,
spot, different tat.
That's really cheesy. Glad you're not getting the same thing as
she's
Christina,
like, funny you mentioned
Meri,
cheese because Bernice is getting Parmesan as her tattoo. The Parmesan swirler. What is it called? Cheese grater?
Cheese grater.
Yeah. That's what Bernice is getting. But
wasn't it just beautiful poetry? Having Kody saying it's cheesy as Christine and David are like, we're getting matching tats.
Getting matching.
Okay. This made me have a whole new thought about their matching tattoos though.
Okay.
They only got that because Kody was there.
Yep.
And he's repulsed by tattoos. And then she got it on her tit on purpose just to be like, I need to pull this down in front of my new boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
To get it on my tit.
Christine is very much so giving like a breakup early high school. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, I'm going to make, it's like, honestly,
I'm going to make my ex jealous.
Not even real high school, but it's like what you see in movies and shows.
Yeah.
Degrassi. This is a Degrassi breakup. Like, that's how she sees the world. She's really so immature.
Really is. Okay, so then Kody and Robyn are there, and she's like, come here, David, come over here. Well, Mykelti orchestrates it.
Well, hang on. I have to say something first. So she starts talking about the tattoos, and she wants a motorcycle guy. She wants bald, anything that's not Kody. And then we get eyes on David's tattoo. And I shit you not, when I saw the lettering on it, and I don't have bad eyes, I thought it said booger.
I did too, which means it looks like it says
not
booger.
Woolly. I was like, that says booger. And then he was like,
I love this. She's like, he's got a really cool tattoo. Really cool. What was it?
It was, there was a ship steering wheel on it and then a giant octopus or something.
That wasn't the name.
I don't know what it was. I don't know the name.
What was it?
I don't know. Octopussy. Right. But then it said booger. It fully said booger. It fully said booger.
Oh, let's just say it was one of the ugliest tattoos I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love to when
that's what won her over.
Like, there's a moment at this engagement party. Now, this is Gwen's party. Everything should be about Gwen and Bernice. Mm-hmm. And Gwen takes a moment to go up to Kody and she's trying to show him her tattoo, and he's like, yeah, show me later.
He's that repulsed by tattoos he can't even see it.
I don't think it's that.
What is it?
I think that Gwen's entire life she's been told, show me later. I think she's like, oh, you got to see what I made. And he's like, show me later. The whole family is like, Gwen's like, oh my God, you guys aren't going to believe what I got. They're like, show me later. Gwen's never showed anyone anything. It's always later, and later never comes.
Or maybe.
Yeah.
Can I go to a friend's house? Maybe.
No, that's a yes.
And nothing.
You're going to leave the house? Yeah, you can go. I really do think like Christine hates Gwen.
Not her favorite child, that's for sure.
No. I don't think so. And I don't fully blame her. Now, Christine wants to introduce David to Meri. Now, I find this interesting, especially when we get Christine and Meri hugging. And Christine saying, like, moment. I love you. I'm so glad you came.
It's
I love you.
so much better on the other side. Oh. It's so much better.
And Meri's like, well, I kind of like it on my side where Kody is over there.
It was so awkward for Christine to just be like, isn't it better? And she was hoping Meri was like, I'm finally free. And Meri's like,
Janelle and Christine are not reading the room with Meri.
And Meri's like, no, it's not so much better. I miss him.
She's like, I'm still grieving, you know. It's like,
it's only been a few months for me. I get Christine's trying to be like, cheer me on, but I'm still upset.
Cody's over there with his pretty and shy wife, and I'm over here just alone.
Christine's getting matching tattoos. And I'm just here upset.
And so they're like, oh, how'd you guys meet? And Christine's like, oh, we met on the internet. And Meri's like,
on the internet.
Oh, we met on date site on the internet. And Meri's like, oh, you better be careful with that one. And which
it was a funny moment.
One of Meri's best moments.
1 point for Meri.
1 point. But then Christine had to go and ruin it because she was like, oh, you make a good joke. You make a good joke, Meri. I feel like she wants Kody to like hear her being loud and having fun. And
I think we know who the person was who was trying to have a really good time in front of Kody at the wedding.
Yeah.
You know,
to say the least. And I feel like she's also wants David to know, like, I'm fun and cool. Mm-hmm. Like in my family, like when Christine shows up, it's like, whoop, whoop, party's here.
Christine
party's here. Yeah.
Does that. But I think David also does that.
Yes. Oh,
do you notice
when David started talking about the interaction with Kody, I was like,
he was.
Oh, they get like high school bitch too.
They get like hot and horny over like making Kody feel some sort of way.
I'm telling you, they replay like Robyn's wedding, and David just drills her from behind. And he's like, "Yeah, I bet you didn't get it like this that night, did you?"
Well, if you notice when they finally do meet each other, and Christine lays her head on David while they're talking to again be so annoying. His eyes start to light up like, ha, ha, ha. I feel like he's like, let's make out in front of him right here.
And it was so like, to put your head in that way, it had to be uncomfortable.
It was.
It wasn't more comfortable. She was just kind of like hanging there like she had a crick in her neck. And she was like, oh, okay. Yeah, this feels good. David, don't move. Oh, yeah, I found the good spot. Like, so embarrassing. But I will say, I got to say, I only time I appreciate Mykelti is when she puts on her producer hat, because she's standing there and she's like, Mom, get David. Mom, bring David over here. And it's right between, she's standing in between Kody and Robyn, and Christine comes up. She's like, you want me to get David now? Should I do it now? I'm like, you guys aren't being secretive. And then finally Mykelti's like, hey, David, come on over here. Yeah, come meet my dad. And then Mykelti stands there for the whole thing. Just awkwardly standing there, like watching them.
Does she get paid for her producer credit?
She should, but she doesn't. She's good at it, though.
I also believe Meri did not get a tattoo because she still knows Kody doesn't like him, and she doesn't want to disappoint.
No, she doesn't want to. You know, that's
if there's
temple.
A chance she can have a tattoo.
You don't put graffiti on a temple. This is Cody's temple, right? This is Cody's fucking temple. So, anyways, David comes over and he's like, nice to meet you guys. And Robyn's like, okay, well, this is word. This is word. And
she's
Cody's
like pinching the baby probably to make him cry.
Cody's like, heard you were holding my little banditos. And it's like, I thought they were bambinos. Now they're banditos?
Now they're Chino banditos.
Chino banditos. He's like, oh yeah, heard you been holding on to my banditos for me, man. And then Mykelti's like, actually more than that, he babysits them. He's actually their wet nurse. When I can't be there, he's their wet nurse. Kody. And then we cut to Christine and David, and David's like, yeah, when he found out I was babysitting the kids, he was just kind of, his face turned real red, and it was kind of cool.
I was like, oh, Kody would never babysit those kids on his own.
No, never in a million years. But
David's the grandpa and the dad they all
for
deserve.
David to like again, if I'm, I shouldn't say this because this isn't true, but most people who aren't a petty little bitch would be like, you know, it was great. We met him and everything went great. Like, you're not going to sit there and David's like, oh yeah, he turned real red then. And then when you lean your head on me, it was really
They
red.
love it. They get a kick out of it.
They do.
Yeah, that's why they do the stuff on Instagram and he's fully part of it. That's why they take the picture with the nachos.
It's so embarrassing.
I know.
It's just embarrassing. And then Kody afterwards is like,
they're so sheltered.
I found it interesting that, the whole time the guy was just looking at Robyn, talking to Robyn.
Why is he so crazy? Like, he's literally like, David was trying to get in Robyn's pants.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
he's not getting in that bird's nest.
I don't think so. I think he was just talking to her like a normal person.
Well,
he's
I think
so
also
jealous.
It's awkward to have a conversation with the guy who you know probably hates you. So you're trying to like
and Robyn
soften the blow by talking to Robyn.
Tune and was being nice. So I think he was just like having conversations.
Was there a shining moment when she was like, that's neat, pretty neat? Right? Pretty neat.
She didn't say much, but she was like smiling. And I'm like, I haven't seen her smile in forever.
She need to get her roots done.
Yeah.
She's got gray roots. House. No.
They can't get out. They're snowed in.
But I'm so pissed.
But David just kept repeating over and over. Yeah, I got a lot of kids, a lot of grandkids, and I love kids. I love big house. I love a lot of people. I love the kids. I enjoy the kids. I love the kids.
Love being around a lot of people.
I love the grandkids. I basically raised all the grandkids.
I'm a guy. I'm a simple guy, but I do love a double stove.
Love kids.
Love the kids. Love a double stove.
And then Kody was trying to figure out how old he was when he was like, how old's your oldest? And your oldest grandkid? And he's like, wow. Whoa. Okay, you're old, buddy.
And then David's like, sorry, that's not how David talks. He's like, it's like grandkids are better than your own kids. And Cody's like, not me. I've got a 7-year-old and she is the most coolest, most fun child I've ever known.
That was the weirdest.
Well, I was also like,
I've ever heard.
First of all your kids fucking hate you. Okay, all your kids fucking hate you. And then you're going to come on and you're going to sit there and lie through your fucking teeth and act like you enjoy time with Areola.
Also, like, way to diss your grandkids. And it was a diss because you don't see them.
Just a small technical difficulty. Do apologize. Not sure what happened.
But what I was saying was way to diss your grandkids that you don't even talk to.
Well, I feel like in Cody's head, he's like, yeah, well, guess what? What no one's talking about is the fact that because EVK had to go get her leg cut off, she didn't come visit me. All right. The planes work both ways, fucker. All right. Fuck that girl. Cause she should have come to see me.
Like, is there a bigger asshole? Yes.
But that's honestly, I feel like that's how he sees it. And then to sit there and act like Areola's the cool kid.
We all know she's not the favorite.
Cause what, you guys do muscle milk and work out together? That's like it.
She likes to lift with you.
She loves to lift you. She's like, Dad, come on, get on the bench. I can totally fucking lift you. Let me see if I can bench press you.
Get on my back, see if I can carry you.
Yeah. Oh, let's do fireman carries. You get on my back first, Dad. Come on. I was shocked.
He only said that because she'll stand over him at night with a knife. Like if he doesn't, you know?
I think that's truly. I think Areola needs her sleep in order to get up and start.
We had confirmation that Robyn said she stays up all hours of the night.
That's right.
They can never get her to sleep.
That's right. She's just running.
She's running the walls at night. She's like on the ceiling.
I don't see her as a killer, though.
Scary movie.
I don't see her as a killer.
Okay.
I think she loves having Kody as a workout partner.
Agree to disagree.
I was shocked when she hit the truck with that shovel that it didn't like rip through the car.
We didn't see the scratch.
I wouldn't call that a scratch. I would call it totaled. It was totaled. Is what it would have been. Anyways, this whole thing is so stupid. I love that Christine's just like, yeah, David, I want to lean my head on you and I just want to flutter my eyes.
I just feel like she needs to like wake up a little bit and be like, okay, I need to just forget about Kody because I need to stop being so petty because now it looks like I like him.
She does.
Like, I don't know if she does, but
she's not over Kody. That's what I'll say. She's not over him because I feel
Is it just because she's so immature that she's not over him, or is she truly not over him?
No, she's not over him because not necessarily like I want to get back with Kody, but it's like he wronged me so much that
I want to shove it in his face that I don't need him.
Yes,
but I found better. Yeah,
I fully believe that the reason this relationship is moving so fast is because like they're in this honeymoon phase and Christine's like, it's like a adrenaline rush for her. And she's like, oh my God, but it's like eventually one day David Woolley Brown is going to come home from drywalling and he's not going to want to drywall her.
And he's going to have to start taking Viagra.
And it's, the sparkle, the Bernice sparkle is going to go away. When I think of sparkles, I think of Bernice. But I just am like, this isn't.
It is totally in the honeymoon
She's going to have
phase.
to adjust.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's going to be like, as soon as they start kind of hitting the lull, she's going to be like, he doesn't even like me anymore. Like, what did I do wrong? And like,
we used to have sex 5 times a week and now it's only 3.
Damn, girl. Damn, Christine, you getting it.
He used to make out with me in the truck like every Sunday and now we don't.
Oh my God, I can't remember the last time we made out. Oh my God.
He doesn't want to make out in front of Cody with me anymore.
He doesn't want to do like petty posts with me anymore on Instagram. It's just a lot. Oh, God.
He loves the petty posts too.
Oh yeah, he does. They love doing it together. It's nice bonding.
Is this because they both grew up like so religious? I think it has a lot.
Here's the thing.
They're like stunted.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also like David has lived alone for so long now that not alone, but like without a partner.
Yeah.
That like, and honestly, it's like he's been around his kids so much and his one daughter was real fucking annoying during the wedding.
Yeah.
And he's probably like goes down to their level.
You're right. Yikes.
And I think his daughter like loves to hear it all.
She does. Oh, she's like, tell me what's happening now.
Yeah. Oh, I want to hear all of it.
And so they comes over for the watch parties.
Gab session.
I mean, I would like to be at Christine's watch party. Don't get me wrong. Where she tells us behind the scenes tea.
Janelle has no idea what day Sister Wives airs.
No.
And
if she ever got a boyfriend, we would never see him on the show because she'd be like, no. And she would never do a petty post.
Nope.
She would never make out with her boyfriend.
Janelle never even did her breakup post.
No, because she's like, I don't need to. I just don't care about this motherfucker.
Yeah. No. And that's where I want.
And if Janelle's kids told her you're moving way too fast, she would slow down.
See, like, unlike Meri, I feel like Mary's not over Kody, but the second he whistled, she'd come a running. But Christine, she's not coming back. But
she doesn't want to take him back. She just wants to like make his life hell.
Yes.
Like she just wants him to pay for what
Where
he did.
Janelle's like, I just would love to never see that fucker again.
I hope he just loses my number is all I'm asking.
Yeah. Janelle's like the only one who I feel like is in the right mindset.
Queen.
Yeah.
Queen energy.
So Christine's like, I wish it had gone better at Gwen's engagement party. I'm like, she's acting like this again. I think because she's being a child, she's acting like this went wrong or it was drama.
Totally
I was like,
fine.
I don't think anything was weird about it.
Also, how delusional is Robyn saying like it felt weird to say Christine's boyfriend because it's like
friend who's a guy.
She should be in our family.
I just see her in our family.
Like, she hates your family.
She's fucking
gone. Can you get over this?
She fucking hates you, Robyn. But I was like, I don't feel like it went bad.
It didn't go bad at all. It was totally fine. Anytime meeting is going to be awkward.
This was a test for Kody. It wasn't a test for David. David's not going anywhere. David knows like he's with me forever and eventually he's gonna propose. Eventually we're gonna buy a house together. Eventually we're gonna fuck so hard.
Your wedding's already planned and you already have your name basically on the house.
Actually, David is eating me out right now while I do this confessional.
He's down below the Zoom camera out. And David's like bowed down to her on the floor.
Listen, we only see like tits up on these.
That's why she's always laughing.
Yeah.
He's giving her a little tickle.
But she wants to make sure we all know. Oh, and Kody and Robyn are so not invited to my wedding.
We're like, yeah,
we didn't think they would be.
They wouldn't come.
No, and it's just like it's just we know this, Christine.
But I'm still choosing Christine and David over Kody and Robyn every day.
No, I know that, but it's just
it's getting annoying.
I wish I could explain it to people, but I want so much more for Christine.
Yes,
but we're not getting it.
I want her to act like Janelle, but have a boyfriend. Like I want them to just be like, we're so happy together that we don't have to shove it down your throat.
Yes.
We're just cool.
Stop shoving it.
Yes. And stop shoving it in front of your kids. Like,
but I'm telling you,
I feel like we're rushed to know David because like they're getting married and everything already. And I like him, but like it's a little bit of a red flag.
The way that this is all happening though, I know everything about how Christine fucks in the bed. I know. Like she's just like rabid. And she's just like, come on, do it even harder to me. Make me hurt. Make me feel good. Yeah. So anyways, beautiful episode. Baptism by fire. Still never figured that one out. Unless mean, what did we say? Oh, David having his fire shit and then washing his hands.
I don't know what else it could have been.
No idea. Was it Bernice?
It wasn't a beautiful episode.
No, it was not.
You lied.
I did lie. But
it wasn't great, honestly.
The beginning
started out great.
The beginning was good.
Meri and Janelle speaking to each other after 15 years was nice.
Okay, I'm going to go through the highlights.
Okay.
Those two meeting up, highlight. Mm-hmm. Those two talking about money, highlight. Bernice,
finding
highlight.
out Meri's still been paying into the family pot. Highlight. Yeah.
Meri making a catfish joke. Highlight.
Janelle saying if she controlled the finances, they'd be in a better place.
Yes.
And that wait, I think we glazed over this.
Yeah.
Was that she said Kody somehow has everyone believing that I've been in charge of the finances. And I haven't. I'm like, he has been saying that since the beginning.
She's like, I'm just the bookkeeper. But I was like, wait, doesn't the bookkeeper control the finances?
You think so? I feel like she means Kody spends what he wants and doesn't ask me. And I have to figure out how to rob Peter to pay Paul later.
Janelle's robbing Peter to pay Paul, but Cody's spending
when
it
Meri
all.
said, it was like, everyone has to do that. It's like, not if you know how to.
I sat here on this same podcast and I said that to you and you didn't listen to me because I was like, I don't think we're all doing that. Hopefully not.
I don't think so.
Like, get your finances in order, girl.
You shouldn't. I mean, I think sometimes it happens, but I don't think it's just like a regular thing everyone's doing all the time.
You know how we all do.
Creative financing.
I'm like, what? That's what they do at LuLaRoe? You're like, listen, you got to rob Peter to pay Paul to buy your LuLaRoe startup kit. I feel like
we could have, you know how it always comes out about reality TV stars?
Yes.
They always get found out.
Yeah.
If they're hiding money or something.
I want to,
they're coming for Kody.
What is your brother's a forensic accountant? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Something like that. I would like a forensic accountant to go through and trace all the money and make sure that like it went where it needed to go. I feel
we have offshore accounts for Kody and Robyn.
Oh, really?
They're hiding money.
Well, people
in the artwork.
People had an idea about what he does with his, biz, his other biz, not the cameos,
the pew pew,
biz, the other biz that he's, doing some shady stuff there. But we'll see.
I don't know. I think he quit that biz though.
Well, I don't think this biz that we're talking about is on a business card. I don't think it has an LLC. I don't think it's part of DabSark.
I think they're hiding funds
somehow
in that house, in the artwork, in the ugly bears,
in the corn dog.
In boxes. The corn dog boxes is probably filled with money.
Cash money. Oh my God. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, go leave us a 5-star review. Nothing. Oh, actually, there was a I came on this podcast and I talked about Bravo Bench, and then the next week we canceled it because there was a huge explosion, and what we're saying is creative differences.
Okay.
But really we just didn't like one of the people. And so we came back with a new show called Reality Court. It's the same premise, different name, but there's only 2 of the people there and one person's
and
gone.
A rotating guest.
And a rotating guest. It's fun if you want to go check it out. It comes out on Tuesdays, possibly Tuesdays and Thursdays again. We're not sure. We're trying to figure that out.
Check it out. Reality
Check
Court.
it out. But what I was going to say is on that podcast, someone had left a review and said the only good reviews for this podcast are from Ace's little weird cult following, who he says he threatens his mental health if they don't do it. And so I'm here to say, yeah, I'm threatening my mental health if you don't leave us a 5-star review. I can't handle it. Well,
if you're not going to leave 5 stars, just don't leave one.
Don't leave one.
Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time. My mental health can't take it. All right, guys, I'm on the edge here. I'm on the edge. Just want to make sure they know that that's true for sure. Also, if you enjoyed this podcast and you leave a 5-star review and you want even more, if you want us to snowplow you, go over to patreon.com/sisterwivestalk. $10 a month gets you a podcast Monday through Friday, every day of the week.
And it's even better than this, I promise.
Oh, it's way better than this. And there's lots of hidden things.
It's even dirtier.
You gotta look, but there's some stuff, there's some stuff if you poke around a little bit. Other than that, guys, you know what? This show does suck, but
and apparently we're 9 episodes into it sucking. Yeah. I'm still shocked by that.
This is not episode 3, Caitlin.
I thought for sure it was 3 or 4. I'm not even kidding. How has this been on? Like,
we've dedicated 9 weeks to this.
And again,
now.
We know this is going to last for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, 9 weeks is already over 2 months.
Yeah. Hold on, we're in for the long haul.
Lot happens in 2 months. Not here on the show, but in the world. A lot can happen in 2 months.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's fucking happening here. So, guys, go out, go get yourself an Olive Garden meal. Get some Parmesan on your pussy.
Tell me when.
When you hear your family. That's how we feel about Patreon. When you hear your family.
Exactly.
If you watch this on YouTube, or if you haven't watched it on YouTube, we're on YouTube. But it comes out the day after, which isn't as fun. That's it. So, guys, we love most of you.
The majority of you.
We love the majority of you, but the rest that we don't love, we hate you. Mainly because you say mean things about us. So. Splish splash, we're all trash. Goodbye.